Danny Laustyle is going to be interested in the run back here. They did lose to Jumanji on day 4, and they are ready to come back, I think, in a big way. I would love to see them make a run back and take out Jumanji, but who knows? I haven't seen Jumanji play personally. I haven't been on any of the games that they've won this tournament, which is both of the ones they've been in, by the way. And so I'm excited to see how they play as well. I think I got to join most of the stream in being a fan of Danny Laustyle. I've just seen them perform too many times.
I hear you. Yes, as you mentioned, and it is worth highlighting that currently Jumanji is undefeated in the tournament. They got a bye through the quarterfinals and are here now in the semifinals. It is their first playoff match, so I wonder if there'll be some jitters to start out. Maybe they'll be a little cold off the trot, but really this is a team you can count on to deliver. They have been popping off so far in the VALORANT Summer Showdown, hosted by the Canadian Esports League throughout the week, and now they need to prove it in the playoffs. This semifinal match, they will be starting on defense.
Yeah, and we can see both teams here are actually identical. They've both got Phoenix, Omen, Sova, Killjoy, and Reyna, which will be very interesting. I think it's going to come down to who can execute better on their agent picks. And just as a reminder, whoever takes this series will be going up against Team Juicy in the finals next Sunday. So be sure to tune back in for that at 7:30 p.m. But right now, let's get into this match. We can see all of the attackers stacking up right around that mid. Probably going to go for a little bit of a peek there, or maybe try to slide over to A. Looks like A is going to be it. The defenders only have 2 on the site. They've got to be careful here. They are getting a fast rotate, though.
Yeah, the recon bolt spotted them out really early there. The dart was able to see that it was the aggression, but immediately there is the fast rotate. So you see the defenders are looking to match it. I like this. They're being dynamic on the map. You need to in this sort of situation, especially with such a wide map like Haven. The 3 bomb sites means it is a bit attacker favored. The defense is just so spread thin. You can see that now as it's looking like it's going to be a C plant uncontested here. The spike going to go down by Kurinez, but no, Jenny actually gets one onto the bad one. So that is a great opener for the defense. Another by Jenny. Not is traded out by Made You Look, but this is a great start for the defenders. Some tags going out. Jenny gets the triple, and Gohan trades out onto Fruits. Made You Look is the last one here in the 1 versus 2, but no pop with the headshot. Right clicks, comes in clutch, and the defense, round 1, going to Jumanji. That is great start on this attacker-sided map.
Yeah, huge play from Jenny there. Just setting up in a perfect position to be able to shut down that attack. Saw where all of them were and just kind of sat there and popped heads. I mean, there was not a lot that that Danny Laustyle could do there to stop Jenny outside of winning those aim duels. And clearly, that is not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Great to see the guns come out so hot here, too. We mentioned that this is their first playoff match out of the side of Jumanji, so to see them come out swinging like that is great. As the attackers stack up middle here, I'm wondering if it's just an all-out aggression towards the B site.
I think so. When you're on an eco like this, what do you have to lose? Just a couple pistols, no armor, no nothing, so I think they're just going to get whatever they can. And Nut is posted up there. No pop. Nut taking down 2.
Remaining.
And wow, they all go down way too fast. Gohan, Nut, and I believe No Pop taking down everybody there. And a very clean round. Kung Fu Kenny is just kind of hanging out. Still 0-0-0. He's just been doing his best, and I can respect that.
Yeah, he's vibing. You know, he threw an arrow out at the A site earlier. He spotted some people. He's doing his thing. He's picking up some long-range weaponry as well here. I like that. The Guardian coming out on his side. Not something you typically see, especially from the Sova, but I can respect it. This is a bit of a bonus round for the defenders. The 5 rifles coming out for attack, but still some SMGs, some upgrade pistols, and that 1 Guardian on the defender's side. So they'll be happy to get this round, but not quite at the same level of power as the attackers. Great start though overall, I would have to say. Just a very systematic dismantling of that eco there, and that's what I like to see at the defenders on Haven. The map is so wide that you have to play for the info, and work the push-pull around the map. It's a bit of a pendulum, right? If the enemy is stacking up A, if you have that info, why not have someone get a little aggressive out C, out the middle of the map? Try and reclaim some of that space for yourself so that if you need to rotate across the map again, you can get there. But now the slow creep into B is basically uncontested so far for Danny Lau's style. Finally, an arrow goes out to get some information, but they're almost in the site here. Luckily, some utility being tossed out. With 47 seconds on the clock, this could put a dampening in their plans, as an aggressive peek by Jenny is shut down by the bad one. That SMG not being able to do it, and the wall bang headshot follow-up. The bad one going wild there. Jason Cow also looking to follow up, get some kills. The bad one now on 3, and final one wrapped up by Jason Cow. The triple double in the round. Great stuff out of Danny Lau style.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful round from the bad one there, just cleaning everybody up and making that look very effortless. And you'd love to see it. I think they needed that win, morale. I'm losing the word. Morale-wise, there we go, to keep them in this game. Obviously, going down 2-0 the first 2 rounds, if you lose the first, it's kind of expected that you're not going to take the second, but picking up that third is going to be quite big as we move into the full rifle rounds. And they have a much better economy on their side right now than the defenders do, although Kung Fu Kenny is maybe going to spot out a couple there. Let's see if we can get a couple members of the defending side rotating over. Nut sitting up in heaven. The bad one goes for the flash, running in with that Phoenix ult, but he's not going to do much. Nut picking up a nice little wall bang from up in heaven. And the shock dart going over onto the site, not going to do any damage. The spike does go down. Jason Cow snagging Nut. Jenny taking out Made You Look, as well as Jason Cow. Very nice little play there. The flash goes around the corner. Doesn't really connect on anybody. No Pop and Kung Fu Kenny mowing down the attacking team, and that is going to be the flawless round win for the defending side.
Yeah, just Beast plays at Jumanji so effortless in their retakes. They're just so coordinated and so fast in the retake. That is evidence of a team that is a well-oiled machine, right? Everyone understands their responsibility and what they need to do in the retake, and they just execute it perfectly, right? Everyone is moving without needing to communicate, and that is that next level teams need to hit if they want to be going far in this tournament. And Jumanji showing why they are a contender, why they are undefeated so far in the Summer Showdown.
Yeah, and to go up early against a team like Danny Lau style is great, because we know that they can perform, but it doesn't look like they're going to get too many opportunities here, although I'm not going to write them off just yet. As we move into this next couple rounds, they've got a very slow offensive setup right now, just trying to get some information, and information has been the name of the game in this tournament so far. We've seen a lot of teams adopting this strategy of just kind of creeping around, waiting till somebody gets spotted out somewhere before they decide where they want to go. And I think that's a smart play. We can see a lot of defenders grouped up around that little cubby around C in that window. Push through mid doors, probably get spotted out here. All of that utility from the Killjoy is going to go out. The Reyna Suppress is going to get shut down, but Kurinez taking out Nut with a nice clean headshot as Gohan zips around the map with that, Omen ultimate. My words are not going well today, but the attackers, after getting that pick, are on a full rotate over to A. They may leave 421 Fruits in the mid lane to try to spot somebody out. Kung Fu Kenny, speaking of spotting people out, manages to take down 2 with some help from Jenny, make that 3, but the bad one trades him out, and now it's a 2v3 for the attackers. Never mind, 2v2. Kurinez with a beautiful spray onto Jenny.
I got the spike.
As that Killjoy ultimate comes down, not going to get the disable on anybody.
Last player standing.
Ooh.
One enemy
and
remaining.
No Pop just takes out
Spike
Kurinez
down
right before
A.
the spike goes down, and that's going to be the round for the defenders. Just in time. Good job, Kurinez. Or, excuse me, good job, My words are not working. I'm so sorry. No Pop.
As the final man surviving there on the time. So great stuff at the defenders here. Jumanji off to a rocket of a start, 4-1 now, and it's not like the attackers have a great chance to rebound here. You're seeing their flirting with the idea of an investment, right? You have that rifle full armor on 421 Fruits, and you have some upgraded pistols and armor or SMGs on other players, but overall, it is by no means a perfect purchase. They are going to really struggle against the full buy of the defenders, especially with how effectively they have been shutting down any sort of map control, or on the off chance that Danny Laustyle is taking over a site, is finding their way into a situation where they have a bit of control on the map, it is immediately overtaken by quality and clean retakes out of Jumanji. Really impressed with their play so far.
You said it, and we just have seen a little bit of utility getting traded. The only person getting really dropped down is Made You Look, who got tagged around that A site. But Bad One and Nut in a nice little fight here. Not too much going to happen, although Nut did lose a lot of his armor, which could come in clutch for the defenders, or the attackers later, excuse me. And they're starting to crawl over towards that A site now. But, oh, the defenders are over towards C. I wonder if they'll be able to make the rotate in time. If the attackers decide to push in right now, they do have a hefty advantage in terms of taking that site. And Kung Fu Kenny, never mind. What did I say about an advantage? Kung Fu Kenny takes out 3 right back to back to back before Kurinez is able to drop him. And now the defenders are all here with the spike down. But Kurinez drops 3 as well. Kurinez is all alone against Nut and No Pop. He's got the spike. That's 4 for Kurinez. Can he make this an ace clutch? He's got 10 seconds left on the clock. All he has to do is get the plant, but Nut may make that a little difficult. Going to go for it. Will Nut be able to stop this, or can Kurinez get the spike down? It is down, and Nut is creeping in. Not too much utility left for anybody, but the flash does come out. The alarm bot goes off, so he knows. And Nut goes down. Kurinez makes the ace to save the round with just the tiniest amount of time left on the clock. Kurinez has got to be getting virtual high fives from every single member of his team right now.
Yeah, virtual high fives and getting hype. That is a potentially game-saving moment because that just brings your team back into it. They want to be supporting you as you hard carry them. They want to be backing you up, and that is the kind of moment that gets a team fired up. So I really like that. Very important clutch out of Kurinez with the ace round victory. Great stuff out of him. Recovered the gun on the A site, which enabled that. And now Jason Cow looking to help out, gets the first blood onto Nut, the easy headshot opener. Now No Pop all alone on the site right now. The teammates looking to stroll in as the Bad One gets that entry. Now it's all but hopeless for the defenders here. The turret even spotting out Kung Fu Kenny. The nice peek there out of Gohan, but just isn't enough. Jenny only one, picking up a kill so far on the round for the defense, and immediately traded out by Made You Look in the attempt of recovering that rifle. Nice second round here, or third round, excuse me, and the attackers, second round in a row.
Yeah, they're back on it. Danny Laustyle cannot be written off as a team. All they need is a little bit of momentum, and they have shown throughout this tournament that they are able to just run you over. And now they have definitely taken a lead in terms of the economy. We can see that while the defenders are still able to pick up a full buy, they are not going to be able to do so next round if they don't make this work. And the attackers, Danny Laustyle, are sitting pretty comfortably, with Kurinez sitting on 4,900 after a full buy. So this is looking real good for them if they can keep this momentum rolling.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that having that sort of economic stability at this point as the attackers means you're very likely to run out of credits at this point in the game. We know that this is a slightly attacker favored side, and 2 of the rounds that the defense have picked up were off that pistol and following anti-eco. So a bit disingenuous in terms of the score. It is not quite as many rifle rounds as you might think out of the defenders, as 421 Fruits throwing out this Sova ult combined with the Killjoy means that this is all but guaranteed to be a spike plant over at A. The question is, the 5 versus 5 retakes have been so clean out of Jumanji. Can they maintain it here as the defensive Sova ult comes out, not connecting onto anybody?
Yeah, no real damage dealt this round just yet. We see them stacking up in heaven, ready to rain hell onto the attackers in this retake. The Bad One popping that Phoenix ult, gonna try to go in, get some knowledge, but he just gets dropped right away. Gohan, Jenny, and No Pop, as well as Nut. That's 1 frag each for every member of the defenders. make that 2 for Kung Fu Kenny as he drops another member of the Danny Lau style. The bad one is left all alone in a 2v1 D2 situation. No HP to work with. Kung Fu Kenny drops him as well. And No Pop just barely manages to get that defuse. Another round on the board for Jumanji.
Yeah, and again, it's these retakes time after time. They cannot lose in these situations. It seems the A site is their playground. It doesn't matter if you burn the Sova ult, the Killjoy ult. You can have the site on the entry. We don't mind because we know in the retake, the 5 versus 5 retake at that, it is a dismantling. Jumanji showing that they are boss of the A site, taking down Danny Lau style here. It's another full buy from both sides, but with these 8 executes, how long can that last? Jumanji just showing their stuff here, and now Gohan actually has a cheeky shotgun purchase.
We'd like to see that. Kurnas and Jason Cow immediately dropping Kung Fu Kenny and Jenny. And now No Pop, Nut, and Gohan are stuck in a 3v5. That is not the position you want to be in as a defender, especially on this map where you're so spread out. The best they can do is 1 on each site, which looks like what they're doing right now. Although Gohan can be anywhere at the drop of a hat if they execute somewhere else, but it looks like the attackers are gonna slide onto A. He does have that Bulldog, he is ready, and there's 1, but he gets unfortunately dropped by Fruits. And now it's all up to No Pop and Nut. The 2v4 to make this work. That fire from Nut, though, doing quite a bit of damage. Flash going in as well. Very clean, sneaks around behind the site. Doesn't get enough vision of anybody though, but he is in a very good position now. Assuming they don't know where he is. Jason Cow and Fruits. Wow, clean little spray to drop Fruits as No Pop headshots made you look. And now it's all on Nut. And unfortunately, he can't quite get it done as the bad one sprays them both down and clutches that round out for the attackers. This is looking pretty darn good for both teams. I'm liking the way this match is going so far. I think we might have a bit of a banger on our hands.
Absolutely. Gohan there nearly got it all done. Tried to re-aggress with the shotgun there, which I don't love. He had the judge there, so able to put out a lot of shots. He was looking for that opener onto Kurines and then the swing into the full team, but they're just too far away for that shotgun to really be effective. I would have liked to see him just work the corner a little bit more, try and get something done, let people come to him before making those sort of peeks, me playing a bit of a closer angle, but doesn't go their way regardless. A nice recovery attempt nearly made the 3v5 happen, but as a result of losing that round, you can see the defenders on a lackluster buy, to say the least. Now, we saw a lot of anti-ecos not go the way we expected earlier today, and this might be one of them as Jenny gets a kill, but made you look with the jumping headshot. Really feeling blessed in that situation, I gotta say, as he picks up a second, but they're trying to go onto the C site where there's definitely defenders. Unfortunately, they are no match for Jason Cow right now. Even spots out Gohan at the end, who has no idea about his location. Looking for it, gets the headshot with the ghost, but isn't able to get it done. Now Kung Fu Kenny trading out made you look. It's a 2 versus 1, but Kung Fu Kenny is extremely weak. Able to recover a rifle at least, but no match for the attackers there, as it will be a 5th round now for Danny Lau style, tying things up.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful play there from both teams. I wasn't really sure which way that round was going to go until right at the end. Kung Fu Kenny putting in a lot of work, as well as I believe that was Gohan stuck in the window there. Did manage to pick up a couple of frags, but it just wasn't quite enough. And evening this out, when you're on the attacking side, as we've said, you want to get the advantage early. You want to get those rounds under your belt because this map is so attacker-sided that you don't want to be working at a disadvantage in the rounds when you're defending in the second half. So for them to even this out and hopefully take the lead here would be huge for Danny Lau style.
Yeah, but the full buy is in for the defenders. Definitely would not have a lot of cash if it goes wrong. Nut gets shot at there. His shoulder probably spotted, so he backs away. Has some information that they're around middle, and he has players close by, but not quite in the B site with him. Responsible for locking it down there, but there was a man to do it. I believe him to pull it off as the attackers slowly back out. It's looking like they're intending to creep over to this A site, just very slowly, very surely, very methodically. but this is something that has not gone well for them. Sure, they're able to get into the site time after time, but it's another thing entirely to actually get the round win as the smokes come out here, giving a little bit more time for the retake if needed. Gohan up on this box stack, not yet spotted, and he takes out that Phoenix clone as a result. Backs into the site, still alive here, still finessing, trying to get something done. The attackers are flying in. Kung Fu Kenny just goes through the smoke, and Gohan is blindsided. Oh, it's gone horribly wrong. A 3v5, all of a sudden Nut picks up one, and Jenny with another, but not able to recover. No, Jenny actually with the spray is so clean, but now it's a 1 versus 2. No pop. Stuck just outside the site in the 2 versus 1 against Kurinez, and the bad one uses the turret for some info, but it hasn't spotted. Finally now, but no pop. Definitely in a bad angle. But no, whoa! Line up. Oh, are you kidding me? They line up perfectly for him, and no pop on the spray. The wall bang double from being a headshot. You love to see it if you're a Jumanji fan.
What was that no pop? That was insane. I don't know if that was luck or skill or some godly combination of both, but what a spray to take them both out. Wow, through the corner there. Just the tiniest sliver is all he needs to spray them both down and save that round at the very last second before that plant went down. Wow, that's got to be a little bit demoralizing if you're on Danny Lau style right now.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, it was such a horrible looking round for Jumanji to start, right? You saw Gohan get blindsided. Nut had his clone taken out early. Jenny gets caught out despite some heroics. And so it ended up with a 2-men down situation on the site, but it ends up going in their favor thanks to some absolute heroics out of No Pop. Great stuff to see. Jenny now getting spammed down here, getting a little over eager in the middle of the map towards that C window. Means that the defenders at C are quite isolated. Kurinez getting another onto Nut, and now the Killjoy ultimate comes out, and No Pop even follows it up with one. Is suspecting that Kurinez is there, but hasn't actually spotted. As we slow down for the post plant at C.
The attackers playing very, very safely in this post plant, just hanging back, waiting for those rotations, and waiting to burst in when they hear that defuse start. Sova Arrow is going to spot out those 2 members. And they know that they're waiting for the right time to hit this defuse. No pop, though, does pick up Kurinez. Kung Fu Kenny dropping fruits as well, and now it's a 2v2. But the Sova ult is coming in to hold them off. And wow, no pop with a beautiful headshot. He is going crazy right now. 1 HP. Oh, the steel balls on no pop to hold that down with just Kung Fu Kenny holding his back, making sure, or excuse me, with, Kung Fu Kenny holding him down, making sure that he would be able to get that safely on 1 HP. Any more damage and he would have been done. No Pop is the clutch king of this match right now.
Absolutely, and the confidence to let your teammate watch over you, just holding those lines at long, sticking the defuse, that is just, they are firing on all cylinders right now. You really love to see it for Jumanji. Great stuff out of them, and that secures them the 7-5 half now. As we go into the attacker side for them, they have got to be feeling great, having a 2-round lead on what is typically an attack-sided map, and now they get their own crack at it here, trying to find the gaps in Danny Lau Styles' defense.
And unfortunately, they won't find one there as Jenny gets picked off by the bad one. Ooh, and not quite able to get that trade back from Nut. No Pop dropping Jason Cal, though, making it even. Kung Fu Kenny and Nut picking up 2 quick kills on Major Look and Fruits, and now it's a 2v4 for the defenders on Danny Lau Style. Just Kurinez and the bad one left all alone to stop this post plant. And they've got a big task ahead of them. No Pop spraying into that smoke, trying to pick up the bad one. In a bad position, but he manages to take one out. And 1v3 for Kurinez. Can he make this happen with just a frenzy? No. Nut will pick up his 3rd of the round onto Kurinez. 1 crisp little shot is all it takes. And the attackers keep on rolling in this second half.
Yeah, and that is icing on the cake if you're Jumanji. Two pistols now in this game. They are the kings of pistols, and now you're going to get yourself a anti-eco. You can see they are not messing around. They're not giving any sort of opportunity for Danny Style to get into this. We saw some teams today only opt for 3 SMGs with full armor and then some upgrade pistols on the others, just meaning you can get 1 or 2 rifles in that third round. But no, they are not messing around. They're taking the safe route if they're for Jumanji, and they're going to be flying towards the C site, getting aggressive.
All the utility coming in. They are flooding this site. Major Look getting dropped immediately, but Fruits manages to pick up Nut. But he's in a bad situation here as Jenny drops him as well and is going to heal to full with that Reyna passive. And now it's a 2v4. As unfortunately Nut did get dropped, but Kurenez and the bad one left alone again, and now it's just Kurenez with nothing but a classic to try to make something happen.
Yeah, not looking great, especially because that gun is far from recoverable. Jenny hopping around, gets right-clicked down by Kurenez. Oh, actually, some nice little dinks there on the second as well. Good attempt from Kurenez, but really not a great situation overall. Not very many opportunities to get back into the round and actually make it happen. So that is a clean little anti-eco there out of the side of Jumanji. Now, this is where things get interesting. I think it is fair to say that this is a bit of a must-win round for Danny Style. Their first one with the full rifles. They're against SMGs, so they have the advantage, all things considered. But if they don't close it out here, I start to get very worried about their chances on the map.
Yeah, they cannot let Jumanji get this bonus round under their belts. They will be flat broke after this. We can see the highest amount of credits on their team right now is 100 on the bad one and Major Look. Everybody else is at 50 or 0. They will have nothing left if they don't manage to take this round. Thankfully, it shouldn't be too bad as we've only got 3 SMGs on the side of Jumanji. Kung Fu Kenny and Nut rocking a Ghost and a Sheriff respectively. Just a nice little flank from the bad one. He is in a good position to catch someone out here. It looks like he's just going to fall back, play safe, and try not to lose that Phantom. As he manages to pick up Kung Fu Kenny, he manages to drop Gohan as well, but he's in a rough spot now, and he gets taken out by Jenny through that box. Fruits with a shock dart onto No Pop. They might be looking to make this happen. Danny Style is up 4-2 right now in this round. Jenny and Nut are left all alone. Major Look does manage to take out Jenny, but Nut has got 2 now. Nut's going to have to make this a 4-piece for the round if he wants to take this home. Major Look and Kurenez are going to be able to take him out. Kurenez with a nice spray down. Rifle beats SMG at most ranges. And yeah, Danny Style needed that round.
Yeah, but at least if you are Jumanji, you made it expensive for the defenders. Getting 3 kills in that round is certainly something to be happy about. You can see that their economy is still quite vulnerable despite investing into this round. We might even see a Marshall for Jason Cow instead of a full-on rifle. So could be making some sacrifices as a result of all those kills. Getting a little sloppy at the end from Danny Style, you know, thumping around with 2 people stacked up, not really in a position to effectively trade for each other. As again, we see the stack at C, and Nut is popping the opener right away. Even gets the opener on Major Look despite it not looking good. And now flying into the site, clearing it out, knows that there's no one behind the boxes, and now will teleport back. They have got the spike down for free. They've got a man advantage, but Jumanji could run with this now. There is a chance though. Danny Style on the retake, a person down.
Yeah, what a clean execute from the side of Jumanji, just flying onto that site, managing to pick one up in the process. Gohan and Jenny getting sprayed down as well. The bad one dropping that that Phoenix clone, so he is still in this round. Maybe has some information, but Kurenez is now 3 for the round for Jenny. Ooh, Jenny with the collat to take down Kurenez and the bad one in one shot. And unfortunately, it is just enough for the attackers to make that round work.
And I really like that adjustment. We saw something similar earlier when Danny Style was on attack, right? You get the bomb plant at C, you have it in one of those angles where you can just watch it from C long, and as a result, anytime anyone tries to touch the spike, you can just peek out as a squad and try to take those gunfights. But instead there, the adaptation that Jumanji had over Danny Style is Kung Fu Kenny, rather than peeking out with his teammates, was on the flank into those C tunnels, got the crossfire there onto the bomb planter, or bomb diffuser in that case, excuse me. So really nice play there. Oh, and speaking of really nice plays, great spray from Jenny.
Oh,
And
Jenny.
second even. This B site is all but done and dusted. Looking for the third even. Curran is throwing some shoulders with that pistol, but no match for the rifle and hot guns of Kenny.
Spike planted.
Is Jenny gonna be able to make this an ace? Will the team allow it? No pop facing down Made You Look. Made You Look being very brave here with just a classic, walking right into that smoke. Bruce managing to pick up Kenny with the shorty before getting dropped by Gohan, which means no ace for Jenny. No pop unfortunately takes Made You Look down as well. I think Jumanji is running away with this match.
They certainly are, just 2 rounds away from the victory, and they are stacked in terms of their ultimates. Right now, the only person without it on their squad is Phoenix. That is Nut, only at 1 out of 6, but everyone else, Jenny, Kung Fu Kenny, No Pop, and Gohan, all have their ultimates. On the other side, the defenders, Danny and Lau style, they have got the full investment here. 5 rifles, 5 full armor. They do have the Killjoy ultimate. They do have the Sova ultimate, but they are still outmatched here. And more importantly, this is an essential round for them, but it's not going good to start as Kung Fu Kenny picks up the bad one. The bad one at least does burn him down in the end, but a 4v4 on such a wide map is going to make it even harder for the defenders. At least the Sova ultimate is coming out, and he actually manages the snipe onto Nut. Great play at a 4-2-1 Fruits to get a man advantage back. So essential in this round. And now Jenny just slide peeks out of smokes and guns Jason Cow like nobody's business. That's where you type in all chat, sit down, better player wins.
Yeah, that was disgusting. I don't know how you get the balls to try that, but I respect it. Gohan taking down Fruits through the wall. Now it's 2v3. Never mind 2v2 as Kurnez makes a beautiful spray, but he is left with just a sliver of health to take this site back with the help of Made You Look, and they make it happen. Made You Look coming in from one side, Kurnez from the other. They will be able to stick that defuse and take that round. A beautiful crossfire between the two of them, and even trading off on the defuse. Look at the teamwork.
There you go. Get another ultimate in your back pocket. Really gorgeous blind there from Made You Look. I gotta highlight it. Both players on the attacker side of Jumanji just completely caught out by that. Full blinded as a result. Just makes the 2v2 cleanup so easy and efficient as a result. So now the attacker timeout does come in. I like this from Jumanji, you know. That is a round that they were really hoping to win. It was a round that could have sealed the game. So to avoid letting their spirits get down, to make sure that they're focusing on next steps instead of the round that has just passed, they call the timeout.
Yeah, I think it's a very good call. And we can see Kung Fu Kenny is a bit low on cash, as well as No Pop is just able to get the full buy, just barely squeaking by, stuck on 0 credits after that. Although the situation isn't much better on the side of Danny Lau style, as Bad One is forced onto a judge rather than a full rifle. Although we have seen that those can definitely work in situations like this. We've talked about how underrated shotguns can be as an unexpected little one-shot machine. So maybe Bad One can make something happen on the defense side if he can find a cheeky little corner to hide in and make something work. I'd love to see it. But let's see what's going to happen here. Yeah, looks like Kung Fu Kenny is going to get a buy from Nut just to even out the money on that team a little bit. I think they have regrouped and re-strategized and figured out how to close this thing out.
Yeah, let's see what they've got in their back pocket here. This is where the strat book can start to run a little bit dry, right? They haven't shown anything exceptional other than what I would call that little crossfire at sea. I thought that that was pretty clever. But here, they're just opting for a slow start, you know, spamming through some areas on the map, seeing what is sort of available here. Jenny, no doubt feeling confident about peeking middle after that last round, just flying through the smoke and getting that 1v1. So maybe looking to replicate that here, just creeping up. I don't think that number 7 here has any idea that's Jason Cow, as Nut takes out the Bad One. That might be at the peak, and now here we go. Jenny gonna look for it, but can he hold it down? Yes, the spray is there, and that's Now, they have got the B site available, but they don't choose to commit. I actually quite like this. It's going to bait the rotations in such a big way, force them to converge on the B, and they all back out. It looks like they want to adjust, go towards A. Gohan throwing down this ultimate, looking for the teleport, blocking off the mini-map. I really like that. Even in the bottom of the site to clear out the turret now. Throws down smokes. This is going to be a plant, no doubt. The spike is going down, and it's all about the retake. Danny Lau style, a man down. Can they make it happen? But evened up by Kurenez.
Kurenez is just waiting up in heaven, but now that they know where he is, it's going to be a lot harder. That Killjoy ultimate coming down, but wow, Jenny with a double spray down to take out Made You Look and Fruits, and Kurenez, is able to pick him up. Now in the 2v1, gonna have to make it a 4-piece to save this round, but we've seen Jenny do it before, taking a bit of damage on the drop, faking it, just as Kung Fu Kenny starts popping that Sova ult, ready to spray down, and Gohan will make it so that he doesn't have to. Just taking out Kurenez before that spike can get diffused. Unfortunate. You would have loved to see Kurenez make a clutch there, but was not meant to be, as now we are on match point for Jumanji. Excuse me, game point. Not quite match point. Yeah, we still got more in the series, but...
I hear you. I hear you. And speaking of people that are going to be needing to bring out more in the series, it's going to be Danny Lau style. Yes, they still have the possibility to make the comeback, to make the overtime happen in this map, but when you look at their buy, it's not easy to be hopeful. 3 rifles with basic armor, and then 2 sheriffs with the full armor. So going to need some clean plays, going to need some heroics, going to need some headshots is what I want to see. But Jenny has been so clean on these openers, posturing up over here, getting very aggressive, trying to take the dry peaks, but now they're flying into the site. But no, Jenny actually dropped by Made You Look, and Jason Cal gets a trade as well, but Nut has the 2-piece to balance it out. Now the 3rd just flying around the site, showing he is boss. Phoenix popping off here, now throwing down the run it back, trying to get assertive, running into the spawn. Can he make anything happen? No, the bad one is going to get that, but it at least makes the room for his teammates to get the spike planted as the drone comes out here, looking to spot anything out, but really I don't think it's going to get a ton of information. No, sure, you can know that there's a crossfire, sure, you can know that there's lots of players on the site, but how much can that really help you? It's all about the gun skill right now as the Flames force out the defenders, but 421 Fruits has got one. Dropping out of heaven is the bad one, looking for more, but no pop, and Kung Fu Kenny close it out. It is a 12-7 victory. And that will be all we have on Haven. Jumanji coming away with the win.
Yeah, I think that was just very solid outplays throughout the series. We had a lot of really nice plays from Jenny, from Kurenez with some incredible clutches, from Nut, the bad one, Kung Fu Kenny, no pop, everybody on both teams performing to the best of their abilities, but unfortunately, it is going to be Jumanji taking the first game. And up next, we will be heading into Game 2 on a